Hi, this is Airflow at Sun and Fun. I was just working on the field and so excited to see Trent Palmer's old plane here and now has a new owner. I want to ask a question. Hi, Dave.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, you got a famous plane here.
I sure do.
Tell me about it. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, I
I
think
believe
most
it's a
people
Model
know.
5, right?
Yeah, I think most people know this is Trent Palmer. Former Trent Palmer is Kitfox, and he upgraded himself to a legend, and so someone's got to fly this one. So why not be me?
Yeah, can you show me around, please?
Absolutely. Yes, it's an absolutely beautiful airplane. It's a 1997 Kitfox 5 technically, but literally everything on this plane has been replaced. So I've got a 915 IS engine, so everything firewall forward has been completely replaced. Got the new wings, the STI wings on it as well. Got a beautiful aviation or avionics package on the inside, a dual G3X.
After
And
you get the plane, did you modify it yourself?
I haven't really done any modifications yet, but there are a few things that I'm looking at possibly doing. Don't really have a whole lot planned for it. I mean, it's hard to perfect perfection.
Yeah, you're quite happy about it.
I am actually very, very happy with it. I have a Highlander as well, and the Highlander works great. The 912 ULS works great in Texas and lower elevations, but I've got some big trips planned, and so going to take this up to some higher elevations, Colorado, Utah, those places, and then I wanted to make sure I had the turbo because get a lot better performance with that 915 IS than you do with the 912. So this gives me a lot more capability, not only to go faster but also perform in higher elevations.
What's going on your tail wheel? Are they working on your tail wheel? Can you show me what's going on there?
Yeah, we're doing a little bit of a mobile repair. When we landed, it looks like the mount for the tail wheel cracked somewhere along the trip anyway. So we got the guys from Patriot Aircraft helping me out. I really appreciate this because I wasn't sure what I was going to do when I landed and this thing was broken.
Oh, so you can just call them?
Well, they make their own Patriot aircraft over here, and they make a beautiful plane. But they're here helping me out with just repairs on mine, and that's the beauty of the aviation community. It's everybody's very willing to help, and it's just incredible that you got these guys right next door that are able to help me out.
Yes, the aviation community help each other.
Absolutely, that's what it's all about. Super friendly guys like this guy over here, Levi. That's the friendliest guy you'll meet. He and I actually flew in together from Texas. He flew his Storch over there.
Oh.
But we made the trip out from Texas together.
Okay, this community have very cool planes.
Absolutely.
What are you working on?
Oh man, thank you.
We are putting a couple bushings in to stabilize the tail wheel. So
in the field fixing airplanes.
That's what it's like out in the backcountry. You got to improvise and overcome.
This is actually my first time to Sun and Fun. I've been to Oshkosh, I think 5 times, but I've always wanted to come out to Sun and Fun, and timing just never worked out. But I made it this year. Brought the Freedom Fox.
Tell me about your trip.
It was quite eventful. We had a lot of storms all the way through Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, into Florida. So we took the first day. We made it to Marianna, Florida, right at dark, and spent the night there. And then we had to wait for the clouds to lift to be able to take off from there. And we were flying pretty low just to get out of there because there was a storm that was chasing us coming into Marianna. So luckily we got out and we made it here yesterday afternoon.
How long is the trip?
Oh boy, I think it was roughly 15 hours of flight time.
Okay. So you brought your tent? You're going to camp?
No, I'm actually staying in a hotel. I thought about camping, but it's a little warm to camp. So I decided to go ahead and get a hotel room so I can get some air conditioning and take a shower. Because it's pretty hot. Okay. Yeah, let's take a look at the panel.
Okay.
So it's got a dual G3X system as well as a GFC 500 autopilot. So it's for a bush plane, it is decked out. it is a great panel. So I got all my instruments and really a duplication of a lot of the information on the primary flight display. But the G3X system is really great. I've been flying it now for about 50 to 70 hours or so. I think I've put on the plane, and it's just a beautiful system. It's everything's at your fingertips.
So how do you set up your camera?
I am a YouTuber, so I have 4 cameras typically that I mount on the plane. Every once in a while, I'll put one on the tail just to get a different perspective.
Yeah.
But I've got one forward-facing Insta360 in the cockpit, facing forward. I've got another camera on me, which of course is where I do the audio connection. I usually put a 360 camera out on the wing over here. I've got a boom that sticks out about 10 feet or so, and that gets a great view with the 360 camera. And then I'll usually put another Insta360 just to get a different perspective here on this this wing as well, just to get a different perspective coming from this direction. And right now I've got these Dakine pads on here because I had my one wheel here. I strapped my one wheel here
Okay.
and flew all the way here with the one wheel. So yeah, that's why these are on right now. Usually I don't have these on, but for the longer trips, I'll put this on just to help hold the one wheel and not
Okay, you
scratch
hold
up.
the one wheel this way.
Yeah, we put the wheel right here, and
Yeah.
then the board goes across here, and then I just strap it to this bar.
Maybe you need 2 wheels to keep you balanced.
It actually, yeah. Well, it helps balance me out.
This is so cute. A fox with a teddy bear.
Yeah, this is actually the logo for the Cub Killer. So when the engine was upgraded to a 915 IS, Trent labeled it the Cub Killer because all his friends were flying Cubs. Now, of course, he's turned over to the dark side. But this is a little logo that he made for the Cub Killer. So it's a Kitfox eating a cub.
That's funny.
Gear for the backcountry.
Why is so good?
The shock monsters are just really forgiving. Like they're incredible shocks. You know, really good for the backcountry. Whether I'm loaded up in the plane or just flying by myself, they're very forgiving. So they work out really well when you're landing off airport. You know, landing on rough terrain. They work really well to just kind of smooth all of that out.
How many trips do you have done up to get this plane?
So I did a big trip back from Reno where I bought the plane. We flew all the way back from Reno. We went up through Salt Lake City, spent the night there. Then we came down to Moab, hit a bunch of backcountry strips in Utah, went to Moab, got fuel, then flew down the Colorado River over Lake Powell, stayed in Page, Arizona, hit a bunch of backcountry strips in Arizona, and then on the last day flew back to Texas.